It is important to note that clusters and specialization are not the same thing. Clusters capture two crucial extra elements in addition to the specialization of locals in certain economic activities. First, rather than focusing on a single limited activity, clusters show specialization in groupings of linked industries. Insofar as being static economies of scale, these economies of scope are largely responsible for cluster dynamics. Therefore, rather than being a reflection of deep specialization, clusters are much more a reflection of cross-industry links and related diversification. Second, clusters show how many different businesses interact dynamically. Having one huge company or plant that specializes does not make up a cluster. Silver economy clusters should not be confused with mere networks of companies operating in similar or interconnected fields of elderly healthcare, caregiving, nutrition, and entertainment for the aging groups of the population. Clusters are localized groups of businesses engaged in linked industries. Some of the connections between these businesses that support the cluster's vitality, such as, for instance, access to a shared labor market, emerge from the networks of these businesses, are a part of. Other connections, however, do not. Networks resemble clusters initiatives more, especially if they are formalized through an organization. Cluster initiatives, however, do more than just link businesses. They also plan collaborative projects and other services to cluster members. In contrast to cluster projects, which are geographically constrained, networks are not. They frequently consist of businesses and other organizations and stakeholders working together on a single project in a so-called closed shop. So, how does clustering work in silver economy exactly? The phenomenon known as clustering occurs when businesses form the same sector assembled nearby. It is based on cluster analysis and development. Particularly in fields like silver economy, it makes much sense. There is a wide variety of actors operating in the market that has been created with an emphasis on innovation and tailored to meet the needs of an aging population. It may be argued that doing this works against the interest of each individual actor because it makes it way simpler for clients to select between them, but it is beneficial for the entire field in the long run. Because the fundamental components of clustering are reliable and because it is essential to adapt the method to local circumstances, it has been successful in a variety of settings. Let's start looking into the main principles and approaches of clustering. First of all, it's strong partnership between public and private sectors. Private sector leaders participate in the policy-making process, while public sector authorities are made aware of the cluster strategies. The return on investment of a project with a traditional all-private or all-government fulfillment could be higher. When the two groups collaborate, new finance and design options become accessible. Early on, risks are thoroughly assessed to determine the viability of the project. A common illustration in silver economy would be a hospital facility that was financed, built, and then leased to the hospital authority. The private developer then serves as the landlord, offering maintenance services and other non-medical amenities, while the hospital itself renders medical care. Efficient cooperation between the public and private sectors, as well as the numerous key institutions that exist in both, is necessary for contemporary economic development programs. Collaboration is essential to have the whole picture because the information required to decide on the proper economic policy priorities is scattered across these numerous parties. A discourse and a shared understanding of the goals for the area must again drive the actions of numerous individuals in order for implementation to the success. clusters are crucial focal points for the pertinent public-private dialogue because at this level interests are most congruent and there is the strongest interdependence of options. Another key principle is co-opetition, which has already been mentioned in previous videos. Actors learn to work together on projects of shared interest while still competing. For instance, through joint training centers, joint product development, or suppliers. Preserving the local economy and cooperating with local authorities goes together hand in hand. Cooperating with the competition to accomplish a shared objective or advance has gained popularity throughout the past decades. Often, co-opetition occurs when stakeholders in the same field collaborate on knowledge exploration and the development of new products, while also competing for market share for their respective products and the use of the knowledge already generated. In this instance, the exchanges take place simultaneously. Due to the fact that they take place on several dimensions and among various players, competition and collaboration can coexist.